Three friends bid on a shipping container for nearly $300, and what they discovered inside left them speechless. Three friends decided to bid together on this storage container at an auction. However, they had no idea what it might contain. The auction house rules had prevented them from even searching inside. And no one, not even the auction house, had conducted a proper evaluation of its contents. Neither the buyers nor the sellers had any idea of what was being sold. Therefore it was nearly impossible to determine any odds of actually winning a profit. In fact, it's possible that the container might have incurred a loss. But, the friends decided to bid anyway, and if they were lucky, they'd make a small profit. They soon discovered that the contents of the mystery container appeared to be worth considerably more than anyone imagined. The friends definitely struck gold. Reality television fans might be familiar with this scenario in the show Storage Wars. For instance, auction hunters are trailed as they bid for abandoned storage containers. The objects inside are then appraised, and if they're lucky, they earn a generous profit when they sell them. Storage units are often considered abandoned, and therefore eligible for auction when the renter is 3 months or more arrears. Potential buyers are allowed a brief glance of the unit's contents from an open door. But, they are not allowed to examine the goods closely as the contents are sold as a single unit. Such auctions easily capture the public's imagination, and sometimes every earns praises from professional critics. Reality television seems to have been the inspiration for three first-time bidders from the UK. Daniel, Calvin, and Owen had attended the auction separately to bid on single containers. But since they knew each other, they decided to pool their resources together and make a joint bid. The auction took place in June 2017 at an industrial estate in a town near England. Nearly 100 people attended to bid on a total of 16 containers. So far, only one of these containers has turned out to be a jackpot. On the day of the auction, all the friends gambled $112 each and managed to outbid a rival group of buyers. At first glance, the container appeared to hold quite a bit more than a jumble of just worthless junk. There were piles of hand tools, battered old boxes and stacks of dusty pictures frames that had completely littered the interior of the unit. However, none of it seemed particularly valuable or auspicious at first. But a closer examination realized that there were indeed a number of valuables hidden among these piles. For example, a fancy bottle of French wine that had been bottled during the Nazi occupation. The label showed that it was a 1943 bottle of Chateau Gazan, which sells online for nearly $315, which potentially covered the cost of the entire container. Meanwhile, another box contained what appeared to be antique silverware, polished well and in excellent condition. If silver-plated, then the value is only nominal, but if it's solid silver, then it's certainly worth a lot more. The contents also included Royal Doulton pottery along with another kind of pottery. Both of these companies have a very long history of manufacturing top-notch china and porcelain, which is highly sought after by collectors. The values of such items vary wildly, but it's possible that these items alone are worth a considerable sum. An inscription that dates back to the 1720s was also discovered, which may or may not fetch much money. However, it does have a documentary and historical value. A local museum of the National Archives in the UK might have significant interest in it. There is also something aesthetically pleasing about its text that is carefully inscribed with calligraphic flourishes. Monetary value certainly does not necessarily reflect other kinds of value, such as beauty or novelty. Next up is an Australian didgeridoo, which is unlikely to earn much even on eBay. But, it certainly makes a great accessory and highlight of any conversation. If one of the friends learns how to play it, it makes a rather interesting sound as well. Other containers were filled with engines, tools, a car, and even medical equipment. However, none of it was special or valuable enough to draw the media's attention to it, unlike the French container. The exact value of that discovery was yet to be determined, but it could be worth the equivalent of several $1,000s. The men agreed that they had easily made their money back with this bid, and there was still a lot more that was yet to be appraised. No matter what the final total, the three friends have certainly broken even and even earned a bit of fame in the process. The auction even generated a positive response that the storage facility planned to hold another big sell-off. Being in the right place at the unbelievably right time can help you strike gold in the most unexpected ways.